I sing of the tales of the wanderer, the rider of Yggdrasil. He gave up an eye to Mimir's well, where deeply he drank his fill.
Double wide, you shine on the boot heels of your prime. Doesn't matter if you're skinny, doesn't matter if you're fat. You can dress up like a sultan in your onion head hat. We are building a relation.
Hi there, this is Eric Nelson, expert cosplayer, and I am here again with another cosplay tip. I am in costume because I have just finished a delicious meal. I'm sitting here in front of Siegfried's in Salt Lake. I had just finished at Salt Lake Comic Con. I'm going back in a few minutes, but yeah, I'm at Salt Lake Comic Con right now. I went and sprung for the VIP ticket because you get more swag with that, and I got some very nice stuff. Got a nice t-shirt, posters, and all sorts of things like that. I don't know, I may sell some of them. I'm definitely going to keep the t-shirt. So, yeah, anyway. But this is my current cosplay that I'm wearing to the con. It is Captain Planet from Captain Planet and the Planeteers. I had to wipe off some of the mouth because I was eating, and this makeup you do not want to accidentally eat some of it because it tastes nasty. So, yeah. So I'm going to give you a brief tutorial on what I'm wearing here, and a few helpful hints and tips and whatnot. The wig is actually a mohawk wig that I got from a party store, and I just cut it and restyled it. I think it looks very nice. Yeah, very nice. It's not covering all of my hair like I thought it would. I used some hair gel to try to get it down enough to cover it, but it's not really giving me full coverage, as you can see here. So I have to work on stuff like that a bit. Costume I actually ordered from Halloween Costumes online because I was working on one, I was making one, and the cheap-ass fabric paint that I was using caused it to shrink. So I had to reorder it. I had to order one, factory-made one, so... Sorry. The makeup I used on the face here is actually a cream makeup, which I do not recommend using. Because this particular makeup tends to rub off very, very easily, and as you might be able to see there a little bit, got a little bit on the collar of my undershirt and costume. Because of that, I'm thinking I might actually use a different costume tomorrow for the third day of Comic-Con. Just because I wasn't able to go to the first day because I was at my uncle's funeral up in Idaho. So, this is my first Comic-Con, and it's not exactly going too well. I was lucky that I was able to come today. I wasn't scheduled off from work. My jackass boss wouldn't give me the day off. Then when I went into work, he fired me. So I'm out of a job, but I get to go to Comic-Con. So, yeah. I'm not worrying about it today. I'll worry about finding another job after Comic-Con's over. So, yeah, I'll worry about that later. As you can see, I don't have the red gloves on right now, but I do have them right here. I don't have them on because I was just eating and I didn't want to get bratwurst all over them. Yeah, Siegfried's is a lovely old delicatessen here in Salt Lake near North Temple. German delicatessen, bratwurst and knotwurst and schnitzel and strudel and all sorts of nice stuff. Awesome. Fantastic. And very reasonably priced. A lot cheaper than the stuff. Well, it's not cheaper than Comic-Con, but you get more for your money. Well, that's cute. A little Ahsoka just walked by. Yeah, there's cosplayers all over Salt Lake right now because of Comic-Con, so you're seeing them all over. I mean, on the train to work today, before I found out about, well, losing my job, I was on the train with a Slender Man, a Deadpool, 2 doctors, and a Disney's Rasputin. Wait a minute, Disney didn't do Anastasia. What company did do the Anastasia movie? Anyway, he was dressed like Rasputin from that movie. You know the one I'm talking about, the animated one. Anyway, so I was originally going to paint my entire upper body with this blue paint, but like I said, it rubs off really easy and it stains clothes. I didn't want to stain the suit because I'm gonna wear this again for my next con. I think I'm going to use the same 2 costumes for both cons this year, simply because I don't have a lot of money, and again, I just lost my job, so probably can't afford to do another one for that one. Anyway, so what I did instead was I had this turtleneck, well, it's not really a turtleneck, it's a long-necked sweatshirt that I got and wore to the Anime Bonsai convention a couple of years ago, when I was going as Rainbow Dash, and I still have the Pegasus wings painted on the back of it, but in the same cheap fabric paint, but you know, that was just an accent, so it didn't really hurt much. But no, it's a nice blue. It's not the same shade as the costume, but it's good enough. So yeah. What I recommend to do this makeup, however, instead of the cream that I used, is actually a makeup crayon. You can get them at dollar stores right around Halloween time. Party stores usually have them as well, but unless it's right before Halloween, they're not going to probably not have a very good selection. But if you can get one of those, what it is, it's a little makeup crayon. It's a crayon-like thing. It's makeup, and you just smear that on. It's meant to be used as just accents, but once it goes on, it stays on until you wash it off with soap and water. It does not rub off, and unlike some other cream makeups that I've used, it doesn't dry off and flake either. It's more like a dye than an actual makeup. But you know, you can wash it off. This stuff doesn't dry, so it doesn't flake, which is another problem that you get a lot with cream makeups, is it dries and then it flakes off and the flakes get everywhere. But this stuff doesn't dry, so it rubs off on everything. So if you're going to do a makeup where you have to paint something, I recommend either using body paint. I've heard Snazaroo is good, but I've never tried it because it's way expensive. Or the fabric crayons will work fine. Like I said, you can get them at the dollar store if it's around Halloween time, or a party store will usually have one. But unless it's right around Halloween time, they're not going to have a very good selection, so keep that in mind. I could not find a makeup for this costume. I went to every party store I could find, and I could not find makeup for it. So I actually had to take 2 different cream makeups, a white one and a dark blue one, and mix them together to create this nice sky blue, which is actually really good. I've still got a lot left. I'm thinking I might sell it. There's a few groups on Facebook for selling used cosplays, equipment, and stuff like that. I've got a couple of tubes of the unopened white, and I think 1 tube of the unopened blue that I may sell on there, because I always overbuy for my cosplays. I do. I overbuy when it comes to makeup, because I'm worried about it rubbing off, and I'm reapplying it and reapplying it and reapplying it. And even with this stuff that rubs off very easily, I've only had to apply it maybe 3 times, and that's pretty dang good. Because you don't need with this makeup is a very thick cream makeup, so you don't need a lot to cover it. So yeah, I got a lot of nice swag at Comic-Con. If you're thinking about going to a Comic-Con, but you're worried that the lines are going to be so long that it's not going to be worth it, or something like that, let me tell you something. it is worth it. Definitely. You're going to be waiting in a lot of lines. I'm not going to lie about that. There are a lot of lines that you are going to be waiting in. But it's well worth it. I have gone to 2 panels today so far. One for the new show Jedi Rebels, or Star Wars Rebels, that's going to be on Disney. They previewed the first 5 minutes of the premiere episode, and I gotta say, it looks fantastic so far. The animation on it was okay. It looked like a combination of Star Wars The Clone Wars and Disney's The Incredibles. So it's not quite one or the other, but it looks like a combination of the two. Actually, it looks like a combination of the two, Disney's The Incredibles, Disney Pixar The Incredibles, and Star Wars The Clone Wars. And the main character, whose name I can't remember right now, he's a little kid. He's a Force-sensitive child, and he reminds me a lot of Aladdin in space. He is a street rat in the first premiere episode, basically just like Aladdin was. He's just like Aladdin was in the premiere episode. He's just like Aladdin. He's stealing to live, living on his own, a street urchin basically. And again, he reminds me a lot of Aladdin, and he even looks a lot like the Aladdin from the cartoon, not from the movies, but from the cartoon series. But yeah, it looks like a pretty good show, and I'm definitely going to tune in for it when it premieres in October. But yeah, I got a lot of nice swag at Comic-Con. As you can see, I didn't paint this neck, because again, I was worried about the makeup going off and staining the clothes. I'm pretty sure I can get the stains out with a couple of washes, and the sun is right in my eyes now. So I'm going to wrap this up here really quick. I'm going to show you a little bit of the swag I got, and yeah. Then I'll head back to the con. So first off, you got these nice bags, and they're just the normal bags that you get at every con. You get stuff like this. The other thing is this inside. It's a nice, lovely poster. It's a bit bent out of shape because it's been in my backpack all day, but it's okay. If you get the gold or VIP level of ticket, you can get a voucher, and they will give you a free T-shirt. Now, they gave me 2 vouchers for T-shirts and 2 bags. I don't know if all the people who got the VIP got that, or if you just have to buy it for multiple days and they give you one for each day or something, but I got 2 bags, 2 badges, 2 vouchers for shirts. I may sell one of the shirts that I get. I'll pick up another one tomorrow, I guess, with the voucher. But, yeah. Definitely go VIP if you can. Definitely sign up in advance. Buy your tickets very, very early, at the earliest you can, because they will usually have deals if you buy early. They will usually have deals if you buy early, which will make it so much cheaper. It really will, and it's well worth it. So, I would go gold or VIP if I were you. The general admission, it's still worth it because it's Comic-Con. It's fantastic. And it's not just the swag. You don't get a lot of swag with the general admission, but oh my gosh, you get a lot of stuff with the gold and VIP admission. A few tips I would give cosplayers for VIP, not for Comic-Con or other conventions. Batteries. Batteries are extremely important. Buy plenty of them. I have my video camera that I've been taking pictures with, and I'll post the pictures after this video, at the end of this video. Damn, the sun. Right in my eyes. Now, anyway. But here's the problem. It ran out. This thing eats batteries like freaking crazy. I don't know why, but it does. It takes 4 AAAs and it goes through them fast. One day at Comic-Con and I've already gone through a whole pack of batteries. And Comic-Con's not even over. It's not, you know, I've still got a few hours before the last panel I want to attend. So, yeah. Pack plenty of batteries, or get a camera with rechargeable batteries or something like that. So, yeah. Bit of the swag that you can get if you aren't willing to go gold or VIP is, well, it's not really swag because they don't give it to you, but they've got some great deals at Comic-Con, they really do. I got 3 different Captain Planet comic books. $1 each. Okay? Great comic books. I love Captain Planet. That's why I'm dressed as him. I love him. He's a great character. I love his show. I love his comic books. I love everything about it. But $1 for $1 each and 3 comic books. That's $3 for 3 fantastic comic books. I doubt they're very valuable because they all have the Comics Code Authority sticker on them, which means they're not very old. But they're probably good reads because, you know, knowing Captain Planet, he's almost always a good read. So, well worth the $3 for those. And again, very cheap. So, yeah, you can find some great deals at Comic-Con. You really can. And yeah, I know I probably shouldn't have bought them because I did just lose my job, but I actually went and got money out so I could have lunch today because, you know, I was starving. I didn't have breakfast today. I was planning on getting breakfast at work. But I went to the bank in between my first panel and my second panel and got out some money so I could get something to eat. And I got paid from my second job at Hazelwood's gift shop in the Hilton here in Salt Lake. And it was more than what I got paid from my job I got fired from. So I'm actually doing pretty good on funds right now. So today's actually been a pretty good day despite getting fired. So yeah, despite getting fired, it's been a pretty dang good day, and it's going to continue to be good because I love cosplay. One of my favorite things about cosplay is going to a convention and having people say, I loved you in such and such, and, you know, asking for pictures and just seeing the smiles on their faces when they can get a picture or a hug from their favorite character. Oh my gosh, that just makes my day. And I am getting that by the truckload. A lot of people like Captain Planet, apparently, because I have gotten 4 people who wanted a hug from me, and countless who wanted pictures with me. So, and you know, the smile that it puts on their face is it's just wonderful. It's one of the things that makes life worth living. So, yeah, making others smile is always just fun. So it's actually been a good day for me, despite everything that's happened. And I've got a few friends who might have a few job opportunities to look into. I'll also probably sell some of my cosplay stuff to earn a little bit more money just to keep me going. Sorry about that. I think I might be catching a cold. Anyway, you know, I may sell some of the extra swag I get here, or I may give it away to a friend. I have a friend who wanted to come very, very badly because her favorite actor is at Comic-Con this year, Jason David Frank. You may know him as Tommy from Power Rangers. He was the green, white, red Zeo and black Dino Thunder Rangers, and I think he's in one of the new ones, but I don't remember. But she absolutely adores him, and she wanted to come so badly, but she couldn't afford it, which I understand. You know, if you can't afford it, you can't afford it. So I may give her the extra t-shirt just, you know, as a friend, because I can't afford. I wanted to get her his autograph, but he charges $45 an autograph, and while I am doing it a little better than I thought I would be, yeah, $45 for an autograph, I don't have that kind of money on me right now. In fact, I'm limiting what I'm spending at Comic-Con to about 20 bucks at the most. Probably less, just because I'm being more selective, but yeah. And because my backpack's already almost completely full, just from my normal work clothes. I brought my costume with me when I went to work, because I was hoping to get off a couple hours early so that I could go to Comic-Con. So I had my costume and everything with me already. So I've got my work clothes in my bag. I've got the 2 Comic-Con bags with all the swag in them. I've got my laptop computer, which I'm recording this on right now. I have my video camera, which I'm taking pictures with, and I have my makeup for the costume. So yeah, I don't have any more room for anything else in there. So maybe tomorrow I'll get some more swag or some other stuff, but not today. So I am going to reapply the makeup around my mouth and then head back to Comic-Con. I've still got a little while before the next panel I want to attend starts lining up. But, you know, I can spend that time walking around and looking at things and taking pictures of people. I wish I could go up and get autographs from a couple of the people, especially Jason David Frank and James Marsters, who are both here. You may remember James Marsters as Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I absolutely adore his work. I loved him in Buffy. He was a big inspiration for me, and I love that show. But again, not in the budget. So, you know, an autograph's an autograph. Photo ops aren't allowed with the celebrities unless you pay them. So, yeah. That's not good. They have a lot of different guests here. They have Stan Lee here, which I'm surprised at, that he'd come to Salt Lake of all places for a Comic-Con. I'm not surprised he's at Comic-Con. I'm surprised that he's at Salt Lake Comic-Con. So, they've got the black guy from Ghostbusters 2. Oh, I know, he was in the original Ghostbusters, wasn't he? Yeah, he was in all the Ghostbusters. I can't remember his name, but he's not getting a lot of love here, surprisingly. I've seen tons of people dressed up as Ghostbusters, but every time I walk by his booth, there is no line. None. And I mean, guys who have never appeared on camera and just do voices for really obscure characters, even they have a line. And this guy doesn't. I feel kind of bad for him. Yeah, I'm sure he's getting paid well for it anyway, so I can't feel too bad for him, but, you know, I still kind of feel bad that no one is standing in line to get his autograph every time I walk by. But, you know, there are a lot of people I wish I could go to get their autograph here. Patrick Stewart is here, William Shatner is here. I'd love to go get both their autographs, but they are charging an arm and a leg for one. the bare minimum that the celebrities are charging for autographs is $45. That's bare minimum. And Jason David Frank is charging that much. I think he's only charging that little because he cares about his fans. And that's evident from the way he acts off screen. You know. But William Shatner and Patrick Stewart, they are charging $75 each for their autographs, and I think it's like $85 or up for a photo op. And yeah, I don't know anyone who is willing to pay that much. They have pretty long lines, so there obviously are people who are willing to pay that much, but I'm not. So yeah, I should really get going. This has been Eric Nelson, cosplay expert. I'll pop the links in the description of this video to the cosplay groups that I'm going to be selling stuff on. You know, on Facebook. So just look for the name Eric Nelson on Facebook and join those groups so you can maybe take a look at what I have. You know, I've got a few things. Thinking I might start selling some of my old cosplays I don't plan to wear again. After I make videos on how I made them and everything, of course. But yeah. Thank you for watching. This has been Eric Nelson. Please subscribe, like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Godzilla was hopping around Tokyo City like a big playground when suddenly Batman burst from the shade and hit Godzilla with a bat grenade. Godzilla got pissed and began to attack, but didn't expect to be blocked by Shaq, who proceeded to open up a can of Shaq Fu when Aaron Carter came out of the blue and he started beating up Shaquille O'Neal. Then they both got flattened by the Batmobile, but before he could make it back to the Batcave, Abraham Lincoln popped out of his grave and took an AK-47 out from under his hat, blew Batman away with a rat-a-tat-tat, but he ran out of bullets and he ran away because Optimus Prime came to save the day. This is the ultimate showdown, ultimate destiny, good guys, bad guys, and explosions as far as the eye can see, and only one will survive. I wonder who it will be. This is the ultimate showdown, the ultimate destiny.